Okay, and now on to the product selection criteria. And we're just going to cover the primary points or the key points in this whole process. But I don't want to diminish the value of this section because selecting the right product or the products is probably one of the most tedious and the most important things you can do in the e-commerce business, whether it's Amazon or with anyone else. You have the right products and your chances for success and profit are increased significantly. You will spend much less money and time and effort. Do it wrong and it can be a long road, and that's where a lot of people just quit. Okay, let's look at that. What's the winning formula for finding and selecting your products? Okay, from a source standpoint, the common sources are your own ideas, what you touch and observe. Let's example, during your daily routine, you may notice something. Become a observer as to what people are using, how they're using it, what you find out there. A lot of ideas come about that way. Another one is scouring Amazon, eBay, magazines, example, for ideas. And we're going to do some of that with Amazon a little bit later on. Key point here. You want to focus in an area that you're familiar with and you would enjoy engaging in. You don't want to have a product that you don't know anything about, and because that's going to reflect in your write-ups and your interactions with your buyers. Also, you want a product that is simple and is not brand dominated. As an example, you don't want to compete against Black & Decker or Procter Silex and such. You want a product, especially initially, that is small and lightweight. In other words, it fits in a shoebox and less than 3 pounds, and a major reason for that is just the handling and the shipping costs. You also want a product that sells between $25 and $65, and a major reason for that is you go below that and the competition or the types of products really increases significantly, but perhaps more importantly is the profit margin. What you're looking for eventually is a product that has a minimum or around $10 worth of profit, and we're going to cover that a little bit later. Okay, and now let's dig a little bit into the research side of this. You need to look for a product that has an existing demand. In other words, people are looking for it. If not, then you're going to have to find that audience and drive them to your product and hope that they buy. And a good way to determine whether there is a demand or the strength of the demand is to look at the best sales rank, and it should be between 1,000 and about 10,000 in the major category. Let's say you're selling forks and spoons, and forks and spoons has its own category, but a major heading it falls under is kitchen and dining. So that 1,000 or 10,000 should be within kitchen and dining. And let me look at this a little bit further. The reason you don't want to go much below 1,000, because it means if the sales rank is, in the hundreds or in the low teens or whatever, there's a lot of competition there. In other words, you're going to have a very hard time breaking in, and then you go above 10,000 or so, and it may mean that the products are somewhere in the backwoods, so maybe not a lot of people looking for them, but this is just a guideline. In other words, it's not something set in concrete. You also want to look for a product that is in an active market. In other words, it has between 5 and 10 similar and active listings, similar to the product that you're looking at. And there's a product we can use for that. It's Jungle Scout. Another one is that you want a product that is selling between 3 and 10 per day. And again, you can use Jungle Scout for that. You want a product, of course, that has low competition, and a good way, besides the best sales rank, a good way of looking at that is the number of reviews. Example, you have a product that has hundreds of thousands of reviews, and you're going to have a very hard time breaking into that market. Also, you want a product that has no major barriers such as patents and such. Also, you want a product that is not marketed by Amazon, and Amazon will do that with some of the products, or by a major retailer or manufacturer. Example, you can take Black & Decker or Craftsman or something like that. Another area is look for products where the listing can be improved, or the listing may tell you something about the product, and you may find some opportunities. For instance, read the 2, 3, and 4-star reviews, especially of similar products, and see what people are talking about. Example, you may have a 3-star review and they really like the product, but there's a feature of it that they don't like, or maybe they don't like the materials, or whatever it is. And here's an area that you could possibly do better than them with your product. A listing should also have 6 to 8 professional type photos. If they're kind of crappy, there may be an opportunity for you. You also want the heading to be keyworded. Another one, the 5 bullet points that Amazon gives you are there to allow you to describe the benefits of your product. So basically what I'm saying with this is you can look at a listing and let's say it's a product that is selling, but there's a lot of opportunity for improvement, and that may end up being a slot for your product. Okay, so I'm going to wrap this up. Next, I'm going to just briefly cover some of the tools that we use in the research, and also I'll touch on the pricing, also the profit margins that you should be looking at.